It's been a really long time since one of these videos was recorded. I should give a fair warning that this might be a long one. But with that being said, hello, my name is Dominick Spisak. Now, this is something that you probably already know. What some of you may not know, however, is what's been going on recently in BWGP. The short story version is that Brandon and Austin were going to have a match, but now they're not. But if you're interested in hearing the long version, I'll explain it to you. You see, back in late July, early August, BWGP had its final show, for now at least, I'm hoping, One Last Ride. It was a good show all around, and it was built up for quite a while, because at the time of recording this is the last show that we have done here in BWGP, and maybe the last show that we ever do in BWGP. I don't know. So, a couple months pass, and then we get to October when Austin decides to challenge Brandon to a one-on-one match, which, of course, Brandon accepts. A couple months after that, nothing much really happens. There isn't really a promo cut. And then Austin makes an interesting challenge to Brandon by asking him to be his tag team partner to win the RSW Tag Team Championships. Brandon accepts it, but he doesn't want them to wrestle as a team. He wanted them to wrestle as two guys chasing the same goal, if that makes sense. Then he decided to make his match with Austin interesting by throwing in a stipulation that Brandon and Austin both put their titles and their careers on the line. And then Austin decided not to accept it, simply because he said that he didn't want the titles and careers on the line, and that he just wanted a regular, normal one-on-one match with Brandon. And said that if he didn't get that, then the match wasn't going to happen. So Brandon thought it over, and I don't really need to go into more detail if you saw his last promo, but basically, like I said earlier, the match isn't going to happen. And Brandon also decided that he's not going to do the tag team match with Austin either. So, this kind of puts it in an interesting boat, because the final thing that Brandon said was that BWGP is dead. I am going to have to respectfully disagree with Brandon. Now, I know I've had my problems with Brandon in the past, but the guy, he is one hell of a competitor. Like, he's probably the best wrestler that I've faced in this company, and is, without a doubt, one of the best backyard wrestlers of all time. But him saying that BWGP is dead kind of struck a nerve in me, because for a long time I never thought of BWGP being dead, and kind of wish that maybe it would come back. Of course, I'm saying this now. I probably wouldn't have said this if, this was around the time One Last Ride happened, because I wasn't particularly a big fan of the way I was booked and a whole bunch of other stuff involving me. But that's a whole other thing. And because of that, I was kind of happy that BWGP ended after one last ride, but after seeing some of my old promos and some of my old matches, especially the Fatal 4-Way match that I had at One Last Ride, it got me to thinking that, I wouldn't mind wrestling again. And when I saw that Brandon and Austin were going to be facing each other, I kind of got a bit of hope that maybe BWGP would be coming back. And then the rumors started that BWGP would be coming back, but now we focus on the main reason why I'm making this video. A person by the name of Austin Anarchy, or Atmos, or whatever the hell he changed his name to. You see, Austin, words cannot describe how mad I am at you right now, because you had a chance to have BWGP come back, and you decided to not make that happen. You're the one who wanted to face Brandon, and he wanted to make your match with him a little bit more interesting. And you basically went into toddler mode, saying that you wouldn't do the match if you didn't get what you wanted. Which is really upsetting. I mean, you had a chance to become a 3-time BWGP champion, which is something that I'm not entirely sure has ever happened, and you could have ended Brandon Champion's career. Because, like Brandon said, if BWGP didn't end, he was contemplating on whether or not he was going to retire from BWGP. You had a golden opportunity, and you passed on it. And the worst part is that not even 2 days after you denied Brandon's challenge, which was to add the titles and careers on the line, you decide to make a promo challenging the Kid for your RSW championship. Yeah, I forgot to mention that Austin is now the RSW champion. And yeah, you called out the Kid and wanted to have a match against him. That's another thing you did that has really struck a nerve with me for a couple of reasons. First of all, why do you want to defend your title against the Kid, but not Brandon? Don't tell me it's because you have unfinished business with the Kid and that you didn't want to defend your title against Brandon because you just wanted a regular match. No. Throw that all out of the equation and give me a legit reason why you wanted to face the Kid and not Brandon. My second issue is the aforementioned unfinished business you have with the Kid, because you don't really have any business with him. Like, sure, you guys have had, I think a televised match or two in BWGP, but that's it. There was no rivalry between you guys. There was no back and forth with a title like when Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair did that whole thing with the Raw Women's Championship back in 2016. None of that. You just had a couple matches with him. That's it. The third thing is the fact that you chose the Kid to be your opponent. You've got to be kidding me. You choose the Kid to be your opponent? There are so many wrestlers that you could have chosen to face. You could have faced Exodus Creed for your title. You could have had the title for title and career versus career match with Brandon. Or you could have done a champion versus champion match with the Extreme Champion Drew Stokes. I don't know, and I don't know what it was about the Kid that made you choose him. The guy couldn't even beat me in a match, and you're going to challenge him I know I had 4 matches with the kid, and only one of them was a one-on-one match, but in every single one of those matches, he was not able to beat me, no matter how hard he tried. Not to mention that in one of those matches, I pinned him, which I'll get more into later. And the fourth and final thing is the fact that it's been, well, at the time of recording this, a month since you called him out, and he has yet to respond. Now, I can give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that he either has not seen your challenge, or he has seen it, and he's just thinking about whether or not he wants to face you one more time. If that's the case, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But, if I remember correctly, Brandon said that the kid was one of those people who was feeling like they had one more match in them when One Last Ride ended. Not like a month after it ended, not like a week after it ended. I mean like the minute after One Last Ride ended. He was one of those people that wanted one more match, according to Brandon. And if that's true, then you'd think he would have responded by now, but alas, he has not. So, take into those things, and it makes you want to ask yourselves these questions, Austin. Why not defend your title against someone who actually wants to wrestle again? Why not defend your title against someone that you actually do have business with? Why not defend your title against someone who actually has the balls to call you out when nobody else wants to? Why defend your title against the kid when you could defend your title against the UnHoly Messiah, Dominick Spisak? That's right, Austin. Not only did I change my nickname, but I am challenging you to a one-on-one match. And not just any one-on-one match. A one-on-one match for your RSW championship. And about that unfinished business that I said, by unfinished business, I meant that there was never really any business between us. Which is the main reason why I want to face you, Austin. I mean, really think about it. You were one of the first people that I faced in this company. And you said that you saw something in me that nobody else did. So on the first Voltage after All Out War, after I had just lost to the Extreme Champion Raven, you decided to hand me a Legion shirt, asking me to join your group. Yeah, some of you might be exploding by remembering the fact that Legion was a thing. So I thought about it after the loss, and I decided, you know what? You're the champion. I might gain some sort of hope back by joining your alliance. So I did. And joined you. We were at the top. We even won a match together. But after a while, I saw some of the old videos that you had done, and I started to think to myself, you know what? Maybe this doesn't seem like the guy I want to associate myself with. Granted, he is the champion, but there's something about him that makes me feel like he's going to stab me in the back if I keep following him like the sheep that I was. So, before our tag team match that we had against Demo and Brandon, no, not Demo and Brandon, we faced Demo and the Kid, I talked to Demo about this situation, and because he was feuding with you, he decided to come up with a plan. Now, the match went on as planned. We won. I pinned the Kid, like I said earlier. And you decided, you know what? Let's attack Demo. And I thought, alright. And then I decided, you know what? you attack Demo, and I just won't get in the ring. And we decided to house your ass. So, yeah, Legion ended because of this, but like I said, the main reason I wanted to face you is not because of the whole Legion thing, you know, the fact that you beat me in a match, although, speaking of which, I did not tap out to you, I passed out, just so we're clear. The main reason I want to face you is because of what happened after me and Demo decided to end Legion before it really took off. And that thing was nothing. Nothing happened between you and me, Austin, after Legion ended. Like, I didn't feud with you. Hell, I didn't even get a single one-on-one match with you. I got nothing. The only interaction we had with each other was that triple threat match against Anthony Herring on the final episode of Voltage for the world title. That's it. And I've just felt both insulted and pissed off and completely disrespected by the fact that I got nothing out of the feud after breaking up with Legion. Which really sucks. Because, you know, if I didn't turn my back on you, if I had followed you like a blind sheep, Austin, we could have ruled BWGP with an iron fist. I mean, let's be honest, you probably would have never lost the BWGP title if that were the case. And I don't know how you're not upset by the fact that not only did I turn my back on you, but the fact that I didn't get a match with you, or even a feud with you, for that matter. So yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. That I am the UnHoly Messiah, Dominick Spisak, and I want to face you, Austin, for your RSW championship. And considering what's going on in America right now, you have more than enough time to think about it.